Rune wishlist for Season Discovery Phase 2. Season Discovery Phase 2 is just around the corner, so we decided to create a wishlist for the rune potential abilities we and the community would like to see introduced. Some of the list entries would fill the gap in classic design. I think Blizzard already has everything done, or I would assume. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments right now. Do you think Blizzard is working on it right now before they release it on February 8th? Or they already have it all done and planned? For some reason, we don't have beta or PTR, so they might be just working on it right now. And they're like, hurry the f*** up! We're gonna release this shit and it's on a tight schedule. Microsoft's gonna fire us. You think they're putting it in right now? I feel like it's already placed in and maybe they're adjusting things here and there. That's what I'm gonna hope for. I hope they're not doing it like last minute. Alright, for Boomkins, people are wanting Eclipse. Introduced in Wrath, this ability single-handedly turns balance into a viable DPS specialization. In Phase 2, the interaction with the newly introduced Star Surge. I love Star Surge, by the way, it's so freaking good. And I don't want them to nerf it because I want Boomkins to be relevant, right? I know in PvP it can be annoying, but definitely I can see Eclipse helping a lot. I hope Boomkins and Feral Druid, they stay up. Feral Druids are staying up for sure. They're really good right now too. Boomies, on the other hand, they need a little love. Berserk, oh shit, big damage. This Feral Druid cooldown is also made first appearance in Wrath and redesigned. Yeah, it's like all burst, basically. Burst abilities. Tree of Life. The answer to the question, what is the most single iconic restoration druid spell in World of Warcraft, should sooner or later find the way to discovery. The current Dragonflight design, major healing cooldown alone would make massive difference for the druid healer content. Tree of Life. Turn yourself into a little wood person and blast heals. Coronet Assault. This is for Hunter. Melee Hunter and Season Discovery lack both damage and rotation tools. With an interactive cooldown like Coordinated Assault, the survival fantasy might finally come to life. Obviously, the development team would need to change a spell that benefits Coordinated Assault. However, they already showcased their ability to do exactly by that by introducing Flanking Strike. Flanking Strike is amazing too. Yeah, I think these are some cool additions I could see. And hopefully Hunters stop getting nerfed. They had a good reason to be nerfed. I think the pets are too strong, right, chat? We could agree with that. If they get more nerfed, Hunters are going to be very, very sad. They're going to be sour. Your range auto attack has 8% chance with both Explosion Shot and Chimera Shot, lock and load. Marksman Hunter already has well equipped for Phase 2. A passive talent like Lock and Load would encourage the active playstyle combined with effective resource management. Obviously, Hunters do not have focus but mana in Classic, so the prog rewarding a flat overtime mana regen would make sense a lot. Yeah, that could be nice. Not least because mana cost will become a Marksman Hunter issue, especially in longer fights. Yep. Aspect of the Beast. Increase damage and healing of your pet ability by 30%. Increase the effectiveness of the Predator Thirst, Endurance Training, and Pathfinding by 50%. Aspect are one of the core of the Hunter class fantasy in Classic, so why not add another one to the list? Not Beast Mastery Hunter would need any additional damage utilities now. A permanent buff like Aspect of the Beast would increase overall damage potential of the Hunter and their tankiness due to the increased effect from their passive. Maybe we will not get blasted by Windsurfers and PvP. Also seem them become raid tanks in the near future. Who knows? Dude, I was exactly thinking that. Do you guys know Rexar and Heroes of the Storm? He's kind of like a tank class, but his pet is the tank. That could be a fun build too. Mages, Arcane Barrage. Oh my god, dude. If they get Arcane Barrage, it's fucking Jover. It's so good. 3-second cooldown too? Oh, I don't know, man. It's safe to say that the introduction of heal mages have been successful overall as one of the staple spell in future Arcane Mage toolkit. Arcane Barrage could fill the spot for healing a whole. Mage is already proving a decent amount of tool. Ooh, maybe they can make it either they could do damage or heal with Arcane Barrage. Could be an interesting thing. Water Elemental. Oh my god, dude. Chad, do we want Water Elemental so strong? Water Elemental with another set of Nova. Oh my god. In PvP, Mage is gonna break everyone. That being said, I don't want them to have Deep Freeze too. They will probably get Water Elemental though. I could see it coming. In June last year, Mage and Retail had to say goodbye to their Water Elementals, so why not bring them back in Season of Discovery, introducing during Burning Crusade back in the day. Even temporary version of the Water Elemental would bring more versatility to the Mage toolkit, which already has gotten few rune upgrades in Phase 1. If I was a Mage, I would love to get Water Elemental. I absolutely loved it. A Nova and another set of Nova from your pet is so nice. Dragon Breath on Mage. Holy dude, if Mage gets any of these, I'm definitely gonna make a Mage. This is insane. Dragon Breath is so good. Fire Mages are reigning champions of all DPS spec right now, and they surely remain strong across the content. Introducing situational yet incredible useful spell like Dragon Breath would enhance fire gameplay as a whole. I don't think they would really use this in PvE case. It'll be more for PvP, you know? Unless the damage of it is like really strong. It does seem very strong, but it is a level 60 talent where they're showing the case. The CC is incredible. It's like a free poly. Dragon Breath poly. No way to stop it. Alright, Paladin Aura Mastery. Similar to Hunter aspect, Paladins are famous for auras in Classic. A ton of design space have been filled out with aura enhancing talent across the 3 Paladin trees, so why not introduce a way to further or even completely change the aura of your choice? Okay. I could see this being useful for Holy Pally, but as a Red Pally, I want that right there. Not a lot of class have such an iconic spell like Avenging Wrath in their toolkit. At this point in history, these wings showcase one of the most essential cooldown across all 3 Paladin archetypes, which would make it an excellent addition as a rune in Phase 2. Chat, is wing too strong, or I feel like this could help in PvE for sure. Because Shaman and Red Paladin, they're probably the worst 2 spec right now in PvE damage. And we already have Crusader Strike and Divine Storm. I don't know what more they could add to balance out the DPS for Paladin. This could definitely bump it up. I could see the potential for sure. I don't know what else they could add though if they don't give us this to bump up our damage in the raids. Yeah, we have Exorcism too. Only if I get Spell Steal it. Oh dude, if this gets Spell, if this is the version where we can get it stolen, I'd be so sad. Divine Seed. As the last 3 wishes entries, which would benefit all 3 Paladin archetypes, Divine Seed would at least partially fill the gapping movement hole in the toolkit. Unlock Paladin as hell in Classic setting. And who wants Paladin to become Death Knight and see the discovery by treading the path of Arthas anyway? Your connection to the light has been damaged. All holy healing you deal decreased by 50%, but all non-holy damage you deal is increased by 5%. Path of Arthas, that sounds interesting, but I'd rather have Divine Steed for sure. I would love that. Priest, Mind Spike. Interesting. Just like Balanced Druid, Shadow Priests have a lot of usual hybrid DPS issues in Classic, so introducing a straightforward way to deal decent direct damage would at least solve one of the Shadow issues. Yeah, I want Shadow Priests to get love too. I don't think they're doing too hot right now. Another central Shadow issue is mana, so baking some mana regen into Mana Spike, Mind Spike, would kill 2 shadowy birds with 1 stone. Rapture. As one of the most unique spells in Discipline toolkit, Rapture would add great utility to the priest and its allies in Season Discovery. There are metrics ton of amazing cooldown in priest history, but one passive effect that promotes dynamic power war shield gameplay, which rewards both player and their allies. Something like priest and classic would want. Do you know what was a really cool ability? I think it was in Mop. Was it called Spectral Guys, chat, where you leave like a clone of yourself and then you become invisible and you could run away? Like Pillar Hump, or leave your clone behind and go into like Triple Fear. I thought that ability was so cool, but it got removed. I think it was in Mop. I would like to see that come back too. Priest heals are very, very good. I think they're number 1 right now, right? I know they got nerfed recently, like 20% overall. I think they're still very, very good though. To be honest, mob abilities are broken. Yeah, mob abilities, there was a lot of fun abilities, but they all got removed. I remember that. Lightweaver. As one of the newer priest ability in our list, this Dragonflight Holy Priest talent reads incredibly straightforward, but also is efficient, rewarding the use of 2 staple heal spells in Holy Priest toolkit. Flash Heal reduces the cast time of your next heal within 20 seconds by 30% and increases its healing done by 15%. Stacks it 2 times. Damn, that's pretty fire. Rogues. Row the Bone. The finisher, which have been added, I don't know. Row the Bone is fun, but it's RNG, right? I don't know if I was a huge fan of it. You can sometimes get insane RNG, sometimes you get poo-poo RNG. This finisher, which has been added to Rogue Toolkit during Legion, embraces the gambling rogue fantasy. Gambling rogue fan. What are we, fucking slot machines here? Some of the 6 buff it provides may be too situational in classic setting, but what if the development team decided to introduce a new, more generic buff all the rogue archetype could profit from? Do you guys know the character name Twisted Fate from League of Legends? I don't know if he's changed or not, but he used to have like a little card on his head. It goes like yellow, blue, red. What if there was like a little timing to like roll the bones so you could get the ones you want? And it will still be a little bit of skill cap to like time the roll right. Maybe something like that. It might be too hard for classic player though. I think that would be sick. I don't want it to be where we get RNG shit and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But the second one, Fan of Knives. Definitely will be awesome if they add this. Especially for tanking rogue. Because tanking rogue has no AoE right now unless we talent into Blade Fury. But that's later, right? As one of the many fantastically designed abilities introduced in Wrath of the Lich King, Fan of Knife showcased a brilliant solution of the issue to Rogue not being able to deal proper AoE damage before. Yeah, I can see that. Make combo points share across all enemy. Holy! Do we like this chat or not? It's a hard thing to say. As a Rogue, of course we love it. But it could be very strong in PvP in my opinion. We wanted to keep this wish list free of completely new rune ideas. However, this groundbreaking change, which has been introduced in Warlock's Draenor expansion, as reported by Wowhead over 7 freaking years ago, is a fan favorite. Being able to store combo points across all target will be more than just quality of life change for classic rogues of all archetypes. And a newly introduced rogue tank in particular sequel excitement. Yeah, as a tank, I could see this being super useful. Because if I want to grab aggro on the next mob and I have full combo on this guy, like, or half combo, it feels icky to like swap out, right? This will be very good. I think in PvE is fine. PvP it might be too strong. I feel like classic PvP has so much control. And if we save 5 combo point and just open on people with it, it might be very, very OP. Alright, Shaman. Sundering. 2-handed only. The 2-handed enhancement Shaman Fantasy is community favorite. Same. I feel like 2-handed Shaman is original. Because of Unbreakable the Shaman I used to watch growing up, or Beavis, Insane Shaman. It was always 2-handed shamans that looked really badass with big numbers. So it's cool them bringing back. But it's in Great Pearl. Adding exclusive spell only castable with 2-handed weapon is very restrictive, but also offers a solution. This version of Sundering, a talent introduced back in Legion, would be a favorable visceral spell that perfectly showcased the fantasy of the 2-hand wielding master of the element. Summon Earth Elemental. Shaman tanking has been successfully experimented in Season of Discovery so far. A decent defensive cooldown that also comes with beefy Elemental. Oh, the big Elemental. Oh my god. I keep thinking of like PvP because I'm a PvP, and yeah, this is gonna be monk ass in PvP. They're gonna smack us so hard. Will make excellent addition to the classic toolkit. Totem Recall. Totem utility wasn't really part of the design space in Classic. That is why spells like Totematic Recall have been added as treated as no-brainer later on. As totems are a virtual part of Classic Shaman gameplay experience, adding the spell would just make an incredible amount of sense. True, I could see that happening. I like what I see for Shaman. They seem good. Alright, we got Warlock and Warrior left. Warlock, Hand of Gul'dan. Gul'dan. A demonology fantasy has evolved quite a bit over the few last year in retail, especially when it comes to temporary minion. I gotta say, retail WoW demonologies are very annoying to fight, yet the class fantasy is so cool. You summon the whole legion army behind you, and the fact that you can customize your pet, I think that's so cool in retail WoW. Hand of Gul'dan will be temporarily summoned 3 regular imp, would certainly make a favorable and engaging damage cooldown, which could also profit from classic Warlock talent tree, improved fireball. Yep, you improved little imp. Havoc. Holy. With Chaos Bolt being present in Season Discovery, Havoc would certainly be a great situational pick for all sort of content. Hard causing non-periodic Warlock damage has always felt clunky, one-dimensional in class, so this ability, which was introduced in Cataclysm, would tackle that issue. I can see this being insane, yeah. Burning Rush. Increase your movement speed by 50%, but also take 4% of your maximum damage. This was a fun ability. Without a doubt, Warlock in Classic lacks proper movement option. We thought adding Demonic Circle to our list, but Burning Rush as soft movement option instead of the hard teleportation seems more fitting, especially thinking about all the new Warlock tank currently breaking their demonic ankles while running after the mobs they try to aggro. Yeah, I think this is good. That was a good mentioning too with the demonic. And we have Warriors, finally, chat. Bladestorm. I heard there was a Bitcoin miner with Bladestorm. They found Bladestorm in the data mining. I don't know if it was true or not. I think they're gonna get it though. Hard control in Classic, omnipresent warriors are prime target. Adding Warbringer. Warbringer was fantastic. Certainly helped, and Bladestorm would be another step to the right direction. Not to mention that it's one of the coolest warrior spells in World of Warcraft. I think Bladestorm and Heroic Leap is the 2 most iconic and coolest ability for warriors. I love those 2 abilities. Gladiator Stance. Back when World of the Draenor released, Protection Warriors had a window of 6 weeks where they had a lot of fun in PvE and absolutely dominated in PvP, thanks to Gladiator Stance. Shortly after, the ability got nerfed into the ground and removed from release of Legion. Just 9 years ago, Gladiator Stance appeared in Season of Discovery game file. Oh shit. So there's hope that the stance, which increase all physical damage and replace shield block with shield charge, might return. Okay. And lastly, Shockwave. Holy dude, Shockwave was so good in PvP back then. Oh man. Hard AoE crowd control is a hot flame to play with classic rule set, but Shockwave is just too great of an ability for all warrior archetype to not put on the list, since it would be a great way to interrupt the target in addition to super conditional pummel. Damn, these are some cool ass ability, chat. If there's any abilities that you guys think they should add, write in the comments, or we could talk about it right now. And let me know what you guys think about it. Literally nobody asking for Roll the Bone. Even retail players don't like Roll the Bone. I know, who put that up there? Who made this? Was it Rockman? Does he like Roll the Bone? It was by Thorin. Okay. Yeah, even retail players hate Roll the Bone. I was assuming they would get Cloak of Shadow, but Cloak of Shadow might be too strong for Rogue. Give us Titan Grip. Do some people hate or some people love Titan Grip? It's hard to say, man. It's either you love it or hate it. Some people love it, some people fucking hate it. I've seen people get really mad about it. I'm pretty sure people would rather get Cloak or Grapple than Roll the Bone. Yeah. I mean, if they get Grapple, I think they would have too much mobility, so people might not like that. I would love Grapple as a rogue personally. It feels too strong though. Titan is the best thing they ever added if it doesn't do DPS. Even if it doesn't do DPS, I was still use. Yeah, I love the fantasy of having 2 fucking Grand Marshal sword. I mean, in retail, my warrior, I have that, right? I have some. My warrior's name is kind of sus. Oh wait, I'm single-handed. I just have 2 of these. It's a good name.